It has been a while. Welcome back to the Business Vlogs channel. My name is Shashi Dean. And the reason I've been gone for so long on this channel specifically is because I've been focusing on shifting to the next phase 2. So on my main AI operations channel, I've been posting content about every other day, starting with everyday uploads to build momentum for the every other day uploads, which consisted of more, I guess you can say, quality. It allowed me to it gave me space to work on other high leverage actions, right? And so this next phase from what I was doing before is pretty much a more efficient system to what I had prior, right? I've pretty much created I don't know the wording for this, but I've pretty much placed myself in the market targeting the people I want to serve, the clients I want to serve, right? And so now that I've done that successfully, I have that leverage as, you know, I've positioned myself the way I wanted to, essentially. And now that I've managed to do that, I can make my system more efficient. And I can focus on driving the market instead of just targeting the market. So my content was targeting the people I wanted to serve. Now I'm going to expand the market, bringing people who have good character and have good work ethic to being my ideal clients. So it's a process of change. It's like a more complex nurturing process. And what this allows me to do is not just rely on the algorithm to give me the audiences I'm looking for, but also, you know, catching, you know, like throwing a net and catching whatever fish I catch, and then I guess transforming that set of fish to the fish I want, right? So if I guess transforming normal fish to like bigger fish, right? So it's a nurturing process. It's about creating change. And so making my system more efficient, which is phase 2, gives me even more time to make high leverage actions in the back end, in the background, right? And these high leverage actions that I'm making are only possible because I'm working on top of funnel stuff. And the reason for that is because of this brain trick that other people have also ran into, where if you have momentum, you naturally come up with ways to do it better. You just problem solve for what you're already doing. And so the solutions I come up with, I never came up with them before because it's like on the go stuff. It's like as I'm doing it, I'm solving the puzzle. I'm solving for the pieces I haven't solved yet, right? And this is natural adaptation. It's a superpower humans have. We just come up with better ways to do things. I used to be a YouTuber making gaming content, gained over 1 million subscribers, was viral everywhere. People reposted my stuff on short form platforms like TikTok and stuff, and people would even react to my content. And it started with me hopping on trends before I started creating the trends itself. And the only reason I was able to create the trends that other people copied, and when people copied my stuff, it just brought me more attention. Like, I love the copycats. It's actually serving me. But the reason I was able to create trends is because I had insights. I had intuitive insight on what hopping on a trend successfully looked like. And because I had that insight, I was then able to do it the other way successfully. And of course, I had the leverage of having an audience from hopping on trends to create the trends, right? But you know, most people don't do it successfully because they haven't done it the the replication way first. You have to replicate before you iterate, right? That's kind of the way to do things. We're all just moving the needle forward. There is no such thing as originality. Everyone is just moving the needle forward, right? So the best artists copy and steal. Now, what I know, a lot of what I say is repurposed information. Like, it's not just coming from the top of my dome, but a lot of stuff I say is also new information that I come up with. But it started with repurposed information, and it grew from that, right? So by applying existing information, I was able to iterate on top of that. I was able to improve on top of that. So yeah, we're about to start phase 2 here, creating a more efficient system to allow me to add more leverage to what I'm doing. So, and we only have so many hours in a day, right? We only have so many hours in a day. So in order to add new inputs to my workflow, I have to add efficiency to my workflow, right? And so, yeah, this is what phase 2 is. It's adding efficiency. If I say everything I'm gonna be doing, I guess it'll take a long time, but I can try. So I've been posting on YouTube, right? As you guys know, on my AI operations channel. So those uploads will actually be put on pause. And now I'm going to hyper focus whatever I was posting on YouTube on Threads, on threads.com by Meta, right? And that's because Threads is a new platform, not super new, but it is new. And so posting on Threads is high demand because there's a low supply, right? And so, yes, video is more valuable than written words, than text, especially in this current age, right, with an AI. But despite that, it's just there is a low supply, high demand on Threads. So I'm seeing good traction on there. So that's where I'm going to be posting because it's more efficient than creating the videos. And then I'm still going to have the content flywheel I had going on, where when I would post on YouTube, I would repurpose it on all other platforms like TikTok, X, even Threads, Substack, and social communities like School, SKOOL, made by Sam Evans and co-founders Alex Hermosi, right? Those different platforms gave my YouTube content more traction, and if it didn't, it allowed me to build a presence on those platforms, right? So you may ask, why post it on social networks like School, like the different communities? Well, a lot of my ideal clients exist in those social networks, right? So if I ever need to make a CTA, a call to action, it's like I have more leverage when I do that because people know who I am and they trust me because I've provided immense value. And so Threads is the more efficient solution for me because I don't have to hop on camera and talk anymore. Now it's like I can just post. But this would not have been as effective if I did this first. You want to start with the more, I guess, hairy, nauseous way of doing things. The more effort, the more like heavy lifting way of doing things initially, to then add efficiency to that workflow. That's always the best way to do things because now I've managed to build such a presence where I can now do it the efficient way. And this doesn't mean I'm not posting on YouTube at all anymore. I'm now going to primarily focus on posting a super long form talking about how to scale a B2B AI solution. That's going to be as a featured video on that channel. And the rest of the content under that will be success stories, testimonials, case studies, right? Showing transformations of real people that I've served. Whether it was for free or whether I charged them, whatever it is, if I manage to create a change in how much revenue they're generating, if I've managed to allow them to generate more revenue, then that case study will be posted. So yeah, you guys probably don't know what offer I'm even trying to sell, right? And I'm gonna save that for later. I'm going to save that for later to show you guys the sales, like the numbers I generate in terms of sales. And yeah, everything is like, I have trust and faith in the leverage gap I'm in right now. And I'm having fun. It feels like a video game that I'm playing. I feel like I'm just leveling up. So yeah, it's not about virality, by the way. It's about reaching the right people, right? I could make content talking about influencers and celebrities and go super viral, play the whole viral game I did in the past, but that's not the way to do things. When people do that, you get views and you get ad revenue, but you don't get sales. So if you want to be a problem solver, stop chasing virality and start actually solving problems for the right people. You want to play the wealth creation game, not the status game. Anyway, so yeah, besides that super long form video I'll have put up on the main channel, I'm also going to have another super long form video talking about how to start a B2B AI solution effectively. So that will be the long form that drives the market to how to scale a B2B AI solution. I'm giving away the sauce here. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I am. I mean, I don't mind if you guys copy me. I make these videos where I talk about what I'm doing and showing everything is because I would love for people to copy me. Because then I expand my network of like-minded people, right? So when I was doing high-ticket sales, I had people also doing sales just like me. Some people doing better than me, some people doing worse than me. But either way, we collaborate, right? And so, they're taking my money. Well, there's enough pie for everyone, right? Like there's enough slices of pie for everyone. Like there's a lot of people to serve, right? You'll never run out of people to serve, right? Like I don't see people as competitors. I see them as teammates, as friends. So even though we're in the same industry, we can all just grow together and we can catch a bigger fish together. That should be the way to do things, because it's always better to work with people to do better. You guys combine not just your minds, but you can also combine audiences, your customer bases and everything like that. All of that is super important. So I don't see it as competition, because again, there's enough pie or slices of cake for everyone. I don't know the saying. I don't know the exact saying, but you get the point. So yeah, that is the plan, driving the market instead of just being market driven. And I feel like I had some other stuff to say. Man, I'm kind of forgetting here, but it seems like I forgot. So yeah, I wish I can remember here. I'm gonna try to walk a little bit and see if I can come up with what I was going to say. What was I going to say? There we go. So, in-person relationships matter more than ever right now. The reason is because the internet is somewhat collapsing, where people will not be able to tell what's real and what's not eventually. Now, I believe social media platforms will be super regulated, where deep fake will not be able to take over, right? I believe it will have great detection for AI voice and AI faces, right? To make sure it's not mimicking someone else's voice and face to sell something that shouldn't be sold, or influence an audience the wrong way. I believe that will be taking place within social media platforms, because they have really complex AI algorithms that are great. So as deepfake gets more advanced, So will the social media algorithms. But either way, information is getting more and more commoditized, right? And so it's if someone has a question, they don't have to go onto social media. They can just go on AI, right? They can discover the solutions to their problems using AI, right? And so in-person relationships matter so much more right now. So much more. Because, you'll see less and less people going to social media to get their problem solved, right? I believe entertainment will still exist. And, education isn't going to get completely wiped out. Like, you'll have AI creators, right? You will. And, if you're watching AI content, then the algorithm will recommend you more AI content, right? If you're watching humanized content, it'll recommend you humanized content, right? So, yeah, it's still going to be there. I'm just saying it's going to get so saturated to the point where people will spend less time getting educated on social media and more time getting educated using AI, right? It's just faster. Entertainment, however, there's always newer personalities. I don't really see AI giving me a laugh or anything like that. So yeah, the entertainment industry will always stay booming, right? But we're not talking about that right now. Just saying. So yeah, in-person relationships matter so much more right now. So what I need to do after my whole morning thing of solving problems, solving the complex problems that I do, all the brain work, is then move into the more stimulating part of my day, which is socializing. It's a bit nauseating that I have to do this, but it's mandatory. So I gotta do what I gotta do. And it'll be fun eventually. I can like what I don't like through repetition. So as I keep doing it, I'm just going to naturally get better, as long as I don't give up and I just keep improving, right? And yeah, it's exciting, I guess. Just gotta jump in, right? It's like a cold plunge. It sucks at first, but then you get used to it. Well, I've never actually done a cold plunge. Cold shower, I have, right? At first, it's terrible, and then you build tolerance for it, right? It's like taking cold calls. It's terrible until you build a tolerance for it, right? It's like closing deals. It's terrible until you build a tolerance for it. So everything is about building tolerance. So yeah, I'll update you guys on how that goes. Now, for how often I'm going to be posting on this channel, I believe it'll just be one time a week. So I used to be posting every day on this channel, right? As you guys know, which was a good start. But I think I'm just going to be making these talking head videos about one time a week, just updating you guys on what's going on and everything like that. Now, sometimes I'll be on the laptop and showing you guys everything like metrics and stuff every once in a while, once in a blue moon. But right now that's not necessary. I can just say what I want to say right here on camera, and then we'll have those sessions later. Anyway, that's pretty much it for me. Sorry for all the shaky camera stuff going on. I'm walking while talking. I don't know. I speak better from the dome when I'm walking, right? So if I have a script, I can say what I'm gonna say sitting down, right? But if I'm just talking off the dome, it's better if I walk. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.